Good evening, Stampers. This is Sandy's Stamp and Go on June the 10th. We meet here every second Tuesday of the month. We use one stamp set, and you are able to order a kit to make two of each of these cards for free if you place a $35 order within the week. You need to place that order by June the 16th. Okay. If you would like an extra set of embellishments, a full pack of embellishments, you can make that order for $50 and you'll get the kit as well as the embellishments. We are going to be using tonight Inspiring Imperfections. It's a really cool set, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So let's begin. All right, sorry about that. I had trouble getting that pin reset. I'm having a little difficulty with with this Zoom tonight, so if we have any trouble, I'll just try again. Okay, this is the Inspiring Imperfections set. As you probably already know, this is based on kintsugi and the Japanese culture, which celebrates imperfections. Okay, they often, if they have like a broken vase, they will put it back together and then cover the imperfection with gold just to improve the beauty of the imperfection. Okay. This is the set of dies that go with that stamp set. You can see some are not stamped and then others are stamped and then die cut. Okay. Of course, those are just the verses. This is our first card for this evening. So let us begin. I'll lay that over to the side. Let's start with our stamping, and we're going to stamp the flower first. There's the die cut, and we're going to be using Night of Navy. Oops, come back here. All right, going to ink that up. And if you have any trouble, this is a clear stamp set. So if you have any trouble, you might want to bring out your foam mat. Okay. So I'm going to hover over that and stamp. There we go. Very good. Let's lay that over to the side. Now, the flower itself, I have just used a bit of Wink of Stella on there. Be careful and not to get into your inked area because that will smear just a little bit, but it also adds just a touch of blue sometimes if you do that. I tried to stay away from it so we can keep this white. Then just for the leaves, we're going to use a light Shy Shamrock. Normally I don't make you watch me color, but this is a very small amount. So I'm going to go ahead and do that coloring here. And then this image is already completed for you. Let's lay that over to the side. The next image will be the bowl. There's your bowl image. It's done in cloud cover, one of our new end colors. Let me cover this up so we don't get that mixed up. All right, and we're going to stamp that in Misty Moonlight. Okay, so let's ink up, ink, ink, hover over the image, and press. All right, there we go. So let's cover this up. And those are our two stamped images that are for this set. Now, you see how that back is so it looks like it has some depth to it? We're just going to take our paper snips and snip off that backing because the way we're going to set this card up, we don't want to see that backing in there. So we'll just toss that away. All right, let's get our card base. Our card base is in white, thick white, and that gives it just a little bit more sturdiness for the card backing. Now the next layer that goes on, let me see if there we go. You can see that. Okay, this is called Joined Together. It's the new embossing folder. See, I think I had that right side up, didn't I? I think when I showed it to you, I had it wrong side up. There you go. Now you can see that a little bit better. It has become one of my favorite um, embossing folders from this new catalog. I really like this. And we just added a little bit of glue to the back side. We're going to nail that on the card front. You have about 1/8 of an inch showing all the way around. Okay, let's find our glue cap. Now, the next thing that's going on will be the circle. And this is in Night of Navy. This is from Spotlight on Nature. We're just going to add a bit of glue to the back side. That's going to come down about 1/2 inch from the top of the card. Try to center it side to side. Okay, nice. Okay, the next two pieces are from the designer paper, and the designer paper is called Kintsugi Inspiration. So we're going to put the Misty Moonlight one on first. You can see a little bit of what the rest of that looks like from this side. Now this is going to go on right about here and over about 1/2 inch from the left side. Okay, the next piece is the lighter one. This is in cloud cover. And we're going to add a little glue to that. Now we're going to bring that down into the Misty Moonlight, about 3/8 of an inch or so, and then straight across. Okay, good. Now, where is that bowl? Here's the bowl. We are going to use dimensionals to pop this on. I'm going to put one there and one there. A little bit down from the top, which will help us a bit. Now this bottom part is going to slightly cover the designer paper there, and then we're going to kind of center that side to side. The flower is going to go on next, and we're going to put one dimensional, whoops, missed the dimensional, just got the topper there. Going to put that up at the top, okay, and then slide that down into your bowl. And it's hitting my dimensional down there. So I snipped off the bottom part, and then we'll try to get those little leaves just right over the edge of the bowl there. Then we have, and now this is often used to put on the bowl or on the vase to show that it has been cracked and then put back together. But we are going to use this. Looks like I got a little bit too much glue on there. We're going to use this as a little accent right here. So that's going in right there. Okay. And the last piece that's going in is this is kind of the little flowery part. They have a large one and a small one. This is the small one. And this we're going to stick right behind that flower that we put on right there. Excuse me. The next and last part of this card will be the embellishments, and these are just your rhinestones. So one goes right there, one goes down here, and the other one will go like right there. All righty. Your card is ready for sending. I hope you like that one. As I said before, we meet here every second Tuesday of the month. And so you can put that on your calendar or know that every second Tuesday of the month, we are going to be here. If you enjoy these events, please like and share and sign up for my channel if you haven't already done that. This is card number 2. So we're going back into the gold instead of the silver with this one. Slide that over to the side and get our stamping done. This time, we are going to be stamping the vase. It's this one. And we're going to use Misty Moonlight. All right, so let's ink up and stamp our vase. And Misty Moonlight. Very good. All right, let's lay that over to the side, close up our ink, get that out of the way. Now that is all the stamping that we have to do for this one. So we'll just lay that over to the side and bring in our card base, which opens on the right-hand side. The next layer is the Misty Moonlight. Pop a little bit of glue on the back side here. Center that over your card base. You'll have about 1/8 of an inch showing all the way around. Then this piece it looked like this, is from your Kensuke Inspirations designer paper. I used a fancy edge die to cut that down the middle, and that way we can use both sides and not waste any paper. All right, we're going to pop this in here. Has just a tiny bit of your base showing around the edges. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. And that is going right here. Okay, whoops, let that slide. Okay, we're good. Now we're going to put the vase on next, and this is not dimensioned, so this is just glued down. We're going to nail that right here up about 1/2 inch from the bottom. And then we have 2 pieces of flowers. This is our first piece, the long piece. We're just going to put a little bit of glue on the back side of that. And we're going to drop down a little bit past the opening. And then this will be about 1/2 inch or so from the top. Nice. And this last little piece, put a little glue on there, and we're going to put that large flower up at the top. And then this is going to like hook right in here for the rest of it. Okay, very good. The last part, often the best part, because I love things that shine and sparkle. We're going to use 2 of the small brass butterflies. One's going right there, and the other one is going right up here. And I just moved that a little bit, so we'll move it right back. Okay, your card is now ready for sending. So don't forget, if you want a free card kit, you need to get that in by the 16th. We also have classes on Zoom every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you can find that schedule on my blog, which is sandylovesstamping.com. The information is below in the description down there. And you can get that schedule. And if you have any questions, you can let me know and I will help you out. All right, this is card number 3. So again, we're using the large vase this time. We'll slide that over and we're going to do our stamping first. And your vase is stamped in navy. So we'll bring back that stamp and find our navy. It's our navy. And so we're going to ink that up. Hover over the vase, which is again in cloud cover, and press that down. Nice. All right, we're finished with the stamp and the ink, so let's get those out of the way. Lay this over to the side and bring in our card base, which is navy this time. The next layer that goes on will be white. We did not do anything to this, so you're just gluing this down. And there we go. About 1/8 of an inch showing all the way around. Now this is a piece of the designer paper, and you can see the back side. Isn't that pretty? This paper is just gorgeous. So we're going to add a little bit of glue to the back side of this. Layer that on top of the white, giving you a tiny border of white all the way around. Then our background here is a circle, and it's die cut with the Spotlight on Nature set. Just going to center that right here. There we go. Now, we did cut out the neck part of this for this one. So I'm going to take my paper snips, just get rid of that back part there. This is not dimensioned, so we're just going to glue it right down. Comes down a little bit past the circle, just about right there. Okay. Now, the flowers are going to go on next. These are the die cuts. It's a pretty delicate set of flowers, I think. So I put a little glue on the back side. We're going to let those hang down here. And there we go. We have a little piece of that golden. In this case, it kind of looks like a twig. And that's going to slip right in here, right next to it. Looks like I got a little glue on there, so let me get that off. Perfect. Now we're going to use a couple of rhinestones on our flower centers here to give them a little bit of sparkle and shine. So I got three of those. We're just going to put them on the big ones. One goes right up here. Perfect. Okay. And the last part will be some of the new accents. They're called flower accents. They have a little flower imprinted in the top of them. I think they're really cute. We're going to be using these a lot, I can tell. All right, one goes there. Number two goes right up here. And number three will pop right over here, kind of in the center. So you have your little triangle going there. So your card is ready for sending. I hope you enjoyed this evening. If you did, join us again when we come back on the second Tuesday of July, which is July the 8th. Don't forget, if you want your free card kit, to get that order in before June the 16th. And all that information is below in the description section below the video. Thanks for joining us.